EA Sports, within the game. You talk about a big play. Hey, you don't get any bigger than that.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gon' give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a Renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. This one coming down to the wire as we pick up the action in the final minute of regulation. Throwing, Herbert. That's caught by Palmer. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Steps away to his left. And that won't help much. Only a yard on first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Herbert. And his throw is incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So 4 quarters couldn't settle a winner, and now the Chargers going to get the first opportunity here at OT as the kick is away. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
And how about that? So many times the big play is what does it in overtime. They got one there, move the ball past midfield, and now you know they're on the move, looking to score the game-winning touchdown because a field goal won't finish the game.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a 1st down or big yardage. Because whether you're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambling to try and tackle him.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Herbert. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. There he goes, right side. 30, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they...
She went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chillers in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting. I'm gonzo. Headed where the homie live, cause it's on though. I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo. So my girl got mad and she my bro. Monica, you're wrong though. That's against a bro code. Headed to his home though. No, we living solo. Vertebrae. Got this broken to his place. It's shit in his face, yeah. From then I say it's evidence. You entertain my loyalty to infiltrate. The only woman that I claim to risk your life to get some strange. All my anger is a pain. You didn't know that I'm a saint. I will blow your up. Then I again. Gone. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chillers in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting cold.
Today.
The punter Logan Cook set to start the proceedings, and we are underway here in Jacksonville. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. He'll get this to the 24, and it's second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Man open. That's Jamar Chase complete. 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase. 76 yards. And the Bengals go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at the 34. Now Lawrence to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Being chased out left. Man open, here is Jones. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 36 yards. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And they'll run with Etienne. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jaguars are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins, 83 yards. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 44-yard line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to the ground with Etienne. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 12 more yards there and another first down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Trevor Lawrence taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Jags are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by Trevor Lawrence taking it in himself. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now the this Bengals offensive unit, ready to see what they can do here.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And he's got room. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Joe Mixon,
67 yards.
And the Bengals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Andre Cisco.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back and get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here's Lawrence.
That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Again, it's Lawrence.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
They'll try to run with ETN.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Travis Etienne
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Jaguars are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Patterson now for the extra point.
And that one will give them the lead here as we approach halftime. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made, is the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
And they go play action now. Burrow rolling to his right.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
And the Jaguars are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Now Lawrence
sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Andre Cisco. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to get. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Yards the pick up there.
Zach Taylor's made the decision. He's going to go ahead and throw out the red challenge. So a good decision that time by Zach Taylor. From the gun on third down, Lawrence.
And able to find Kirk complete.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Lawrence's throw caught here by Jones.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Lawrence with a completion to Kirk. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because
Lawrence hit and the ball is free.
We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those...
Touchdown! Evan Ingram, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get. It was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. First down. Here's Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives. And you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Flush to his right. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And it is incomplete. I had a defender running right with him. And now it's 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Finally a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. So holding on the return, and that's going to back him up to start the drive.
He was trying to get the job done correctly, just trying to clear a little space for his returner. Ended up getting a little too much jersey and hooked the guy, hence the flag.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Throw left side complete to Chase. He's got room past the 30, down the left sideline. How about this? He's to the 10. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Here we go.
So a big play coming up for the Bengals as they'll indeed go for 2.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Andre Cisco.
He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
But there's some excitement.
right? Go for two, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle. And not giving up 2 points themselves.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are right back in this football game. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Forced out to his left.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. 2nd down and 3. Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Burrow on play action. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Burrow. Dancing to his left. He gets this one to Boyd.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Throwing, Burrow.
Buying time to his left.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. That complete over the middle. He's got Manhurts, the tight end.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Open man left side. It's a tight end man, Hurts.
And he is out of bounds here. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but
here in the final stages. So the field goal unit, as this is a big spot right here. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
Going for it, here's Etienne.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
and that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Extra point try now for Patterson.
And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So to you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Here we go.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Now Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. He's got room at the 30.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to get it back to a one-score game.
McPherson's kick is good.
And this is back down to a 7-point game. So as it turns out, a 2-play drive resulting in the field goal.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot. Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the